Virgo, how are you doing? I'm so excited. My voice is cracking already. I'm sorry. Hold on. We're tuning live. I'm so sorry. That's so rude. That's so not good for the algorithm. I should have tuned my vocal cords before we started, but I'm not even going to click off, okay? I'm going to be genuine, and you're just going to have to suck it up and deal with the fact that my voice was croaky then. But we're going to go in on this because I'm super excited, and the cat is making noise in the back. I'm sorry. She's only 3 months old. She's a kitten, and she's full of beans at this time. But look at your spread. Take a minute to look at your spread. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. I'm not even going to pause. I'm running this live. I'm really excited. Hit like, hit subscribe, and look at the image. We are about to deep dive into this. It's fucking hot. Let's be honest. Come on. Okay, this reading is super juicy. That's why I'm excited. My energy and vibrancy is a testament to you. And there's music in the background. What's happening? This is so wrong. I've just muted the background noise. If you heard a lot of chirping, that is actually noise and music for the cats and kitten. I'm so sorry. What a scattered way to start. What on earth? I'm not even going to stop, but my energy is like, ooh, yes, scattered. Amazing. I'm in the middle of making my second batch of banana muffins in less than 7 days. I ate the first batch all by myself. They were incredibly delicious, so we're now on batch 2. Don't ask, I'm meant to be losing weight. It isn't quite working out, but I'm sexy and thick, so who cares, right? I say that today. Next week I cry for 2 minutes because my double chin's growing. But in the now moment, we decided to go with white chocolate chip, dark chocolate chips, and milk chocolate chips. I'm a fat whore today. Welcome. You are now about to receive a mega reading from a fat whore who is going to enjoy several banana triple chocolate muffins after this transmission. Namaste. Now, let's start with audacity. I love this energy. The audacity of me to scream whore on the line and claim to be prepared to eat several muffins is so in line with the audacity. The way this whole reading started is so in tune with the energy I'm getting. I love being a shaman. I love embracing energy. I love going with the flow because everything that's just happened in the first nearly 3 minutes of this audio is so aligned to the image. Because the action position is, have the audacity to do this. Go on, do it your way. Be unique, live it, love it, embrace it. And when we look at the obstacle and mission, the challenge position, we're looking at a true crime junkie is what the card said. But there's someone who's a real junkie for this. Yeah, you're a real junkie for something. And this image is intense, yeah? This is giving me the strength card as well. So what we're talking about is having strength to see beyond delusion and balance out the life that you're living in line with the audacity you need to manifest this. And the cover is screaming, fuck it, I love you, fuck it, I love you. And I want to own that. And I want to sing that from the rooftops. I love you, I love this reality, I love my world, I love what I'm building, I love me, yeah? I love the fact that I started the intro that way, and I told you about my cats. This is an example of how shamanism, empathy, and clairsentient abilities transcend in a tarot reading through clairvoyance. Because before I even looked at these cards, really, yeah, I know they're there. I pulled them. I randomly shuffled this and made this spread for you. But did I channel? Did I really look? Did I really see? Did I process the audacity card in any real conscious layer of my cognition? No. It was all in the unconscious until I came on with you. And then we've got background music of birds chirping. We've got the muffins going still that I've just come and checked in from. And I'm in this kind of more upbeat, bubbly personality. And compared to all the other readings I've done this week, total different energy. But I'm happy and I'm going with it and I'm owning it and I'm talking about my weight and I'm making it about me and I'm laughing and I'm having a good time and I'm being genuine. So there's this side of you that is kind of being encouraged to kind of like just go with it, let go, own it, speak, be you, talk your truth, live your life. Yeah? There's no limitation. There's no blockage. Like, put your feet up, drink your glass of wine, ride your rainbow unicorn to the moon and chill. And what's really interesting, I didn't get to dive into it, but I was so excited to come here and do this with you guys. I'm also a Virgo, so I love Virgo reads, but because I just love collective energy and I like to know what's going on with my Virgos. But I love the fact that when I pulled this, 2 lovers cards, and look at the images, and then 2 of cups in the middle. You can't make this stuff up, and I'm using a random shuffle technique of my own. But the way I was drawn to these, and the way I'm just going pulling, and the way that I'm doing it, it's just so serendipitous and so rewarding, because now when we look at the audacity card and the true crime junkie card, can you see the synchronicity in colour? And even in the image, we've got 2 skeletons, yeah? I see 2 people that were incredibly lifeless before this. 2 people from different worlds, 2 people from different realms, yeah? Someone could do comedy, someone could do stand-up comedy, someone could do parody, right? Someone could do satire, someone could do like spin-off TV shows, yeah? Someone could work in music, someone could work in the arts, someone could be an art teacher. I had an art teacher on the line last week somewhere, and actually I think it was the Virgo reading last week, yeah? If you've got an art teacher on the line, big up yourself, Virgo. Go and check out hermitology.me, cool stuff over there. But I'm looking at the 2 of Cups first. That's where I want to go. A lot to discuss, but let's start with the 2 of Cups, because that's in the centre, and we've got the Lion with it, and the Cadavras with it, I believe, yeah? And it's just screaming health, wealth, abundance, and stability. In the now moment, there's a really gorgeous relationship. Clarifier card coming out with that. 9 of Cups. This is a wish come true. How gorgeous. 9 of Cups. On top of the 2 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Fuck it, I love you. This is my wish fulfillment. This is what I want. This is always what I've wanted. Scatty energy today. The cats are going berserk outside in their play areas all around the house. So if you hear a lot of noise, scatty energy. Really scatty energy coming from Virgo today, guys. Interesting. I love it. I love it. The audacity of it today. 2 of Cups, 9 of Cups is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It is this gorgeous. And when I get 2 of Cups and 9 of Cups, why I love it so much is because we know 2 of Cups is a gorgeous union. We know 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment and satisfaction. Then we go 10 when we start adding it together. And then we go to 11. Yeah? And 11's a master number. Someone has mastered their love life. This is mastery. This is 11. This is infinite supply. This is mastery. And this isn't self-mastery. This is mastery in union. I've never done a reading, I think, ever in my life where we have the layout like this. And it gives me masculine and feminine. Okay, it's so cute, yeah? Because look at it gives me masculine over here and feminine over here, both drinking wine, yeah? And then obviously the masculine is like the audacity of this woman, yeah? And then this woman is over here, binge watching TV, yeah? True crime potentially. So someone could love true crime, someone could love gaming, someone could love, looks a little bit like bingo or Sudoku or even gambling. I say gambling and I get a little bit worried. So if someone's into gambling over here, I get concerned about that. I'd never recommend gambling for anyone whatsoever. I think it's a really bad habit, or I just don't think it's a good thing to do. And I see so many celebrities and lots of people with a lot of money. I see them gamble a lot, and I see them post their wins or losses. And when I see you lose, or when I see them lose big amounts of money, it's just shameful, because they have, like, I'm really snobby, I guess, when it comes to celebrities doing stuff that is really going to influence their followers. Like when, like, Drake has a gambling problem, and I think for a while he was posting some of his losses, and he was making he was doing dumb amounts of money and losing. And it was just like, my God, we already have problems like this in the community, and you promote that and act like it's a good thing. And clearly, I think you've also got an addiction. I don't know if that's on record or not, or he said it, but there's been some things where I believe he's spoken about his gambling addiction. So for you to behave in that way and encourage the collective, who should be investing and saving money and developing financial awareness, that's an alarm for me. That's sad, because I know people who don't know how to manage money. I grew up around people who don't know how to manage money, and I really advocate for understanding to free yourself from debt. And I have a lot of literature around that. If you go to hermitology.press, I do have Are You a Slave or a Master? Yeah, understanding debt. And it was a really important piece for me to write, because I know what it means to struggle and suffer and have less. Yeah. So we're talking about habits that are unhealthy, potentially in the feminine, but then this energy. Do you know what gets me about the masculine is in this image, the masculine. Let me know where you're at with this reading. Let me know how you feel. And if the cats are making a lot of noise in the background, I can only apologise. They are going bananas now. It's getting to the evening, and this is their playtime hours, and I should be stopping, but I'm full of life, so I just want to keep going. Fuck it, the audacity, right? But this masculine is looking at the feminine, like the audacity of this feminine. And they're giving me a bit more posh energy. There's this air about them that seems to be a lot more classy and upbeat. They could be LGBTQ, or they could be non-binary, however you want to take it. It could be a masculine energy instead of a masculine male, yeah? So take that as that resonates as well. Switch the roles around. One's female, one's male, same sex. It doesn't really matter. Energy, person, do what you want with the vibration, okay? But energetically, someone's coming across with a little bit more demure. Yes, everything's fine. Yes, what a beautiful day. But they're not really like that, because they're showing up again with the scream mask on. Because I see the person with the scream mask and the knife being the same person riding this unicorn here. And that's what makes the connection so gorgeous, is because there is this, like, switch in energy where the same energy of the feminine is present in the masculine, but it shows up in a really transcendental way. I'm being really conscious of what I say about both parties, because they're very unique, and I've got clarifiers, so let's look at them too. Let's look at that Lovers card, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Because what is shown on the surface, listen to this. If you're in a friendship group or a network and you've met this person in it, then you always have your outward persona. No one really sees all parts of you. But what's fascinating about this collective and this energy and this love, specifically for me, is the way that you both show up is genuinely the dead you. Yeah? I'm looking at two people in love who show up as the emptier versions of self, the dead versions of themselves, right? Oh my, sometimes this fascinates me. The vision I'm getting in my head is, I always talk about Walking Dead now and then. In Walking Dead, I believe they're called the skins, when they pretend to be zombies and they put the masks on. Both of you guys are happy to play dead. Both of you guys are happy to pretend to be zombies. It gives me two people who work together in the same working environment every day and just play it down and play it cool. No one even knows you're an item. No one knows you're together. You work the same shift. You clock in, clock out, go home to each other, potentially. Yeah? or you're just dating, just getting to know each other. It seems a really nice phase in the relationship where you're slowly opening up. So maybe you're not going home to each other directly because she's clearly quite separate. But it does give me, when you are home and in your own places, you're coming together. Yeah? So, and regardless, one way or another, you're coming together. So this is transcendental, but it's transcending into reality, because in every single image, you're coming together. Yeah, because in the Lovers card, and I love the fact that we've got the Addams family here, it's this sensual, gorgeous, I wanted to say queer, atypical kind of love that is truly ordained. And in the Lovers card here, we've got and you could be into darker stuff spiritually. Yeah, I'm not talking to a outright devil worshipper, but I'm talking to someone who is comfortable with the elements of dark and light. We speak about that over here, okay? So I believe in Brahman, I believe in the cosmos, I believe in Hanuman, Kali Ma, Krishna, Shiva. You understand they all look different. If you look at Kali Ma, which is the first Hindu deity I ever engaged with, I knew about Krishna, but that's just because I heard about Krishna through the grapevine. But I met Kali Ma, and she introduced me to the world of Hinduism, and she awakened me spiritually. Jesus and Kali Ma. So when you look at Kali Ma, she's scary to look at. People misinterpret spirituality all the time. You've got darker, like Druga in Hinduism as well. People are uncomfortable. A lot of dark faces in Hinduism as well. I'm still working through a lot of Hinduism where the deities are black-faced, completely black, with heavier, like painted or design, and they have a lot of different meaning. Yeah, I'm still learning about a lot of them. Then we've got some clear white porcelain deities. They have different meaning as well. There's such a vast world out there, and that's just in one faith. As a shaman, we can go around the world into indigenous communities and tribes. There's difference. We can go over to the LGBTQ with that exact same example and speak about the plethora of letters that exist that sum up who somebody is. Yeah, I say that I believe in the non-binary. Yeah. When I started screaming non-binary, I had to shift into a position of saying, I believe in the non-binary. I'm a woman, have always been a woman, but I believe in the non-binary. I'm a believer because I believe in fluidity, and I believe in yin and yang. And if you look at my symbol that's behind this and on the channel with that yin and yang alien symbol, I understand that we are fused to so much more than what appears to be simply white and simply black, simply masculine and simply feminine. Yeah? And that is from a spiritual standpoint. I'm talking about yin and yang, divine energy, masculine and feminine vibration. But I'm also speaking about the wounded feminine and the wounded masculine and what that looks like, and the plethora of energy that exists between all of us at any given moment. Yeah? And I'm talking about the fact that love is transcending. Yeah, in two people's lives at this time, and they've been able to find themselves through having the audacity to love and be themselves, love themselves, be who they truly are. And it's so gorgeous because it's a situation of I'm showing up as me, and I'm going to have the audacity to be me, to talk as me, to sing as me, to dance as me, to live as me. No airs and no graces. And I think that what's happened here is there's been this attraction, like attracts like, where it's the audacity of it that makes it so unified, because somebody else can see the sovereignty in the audacity, the familiarity in the audacity. I can never say that word, but the comfort in the audacity. And I get that these people are happy to paint themselves as the zombies, paint themselves as the darker entity, play the hand that they were dealt. What I love here, and what gets me over and over again with the Lovers card here, coming out with the Seven of Cups is it talks about perception of the mind, how others are seen, yeah? How energy is reciprocated and what someone gives you on the surface versus what they give you when you start to pull layers back, yeah? Because it gives me deeper level souls who can't find anyone who knows how to distinguish between the layers. How to exist within your circumference and still be one. Because the audacity is, wow, don't you have the audacity to be you in my vibration? It's interesting because I see the feminine's audacity that the masculine is watching liberates this masculine. The cats are still going at it. Do you need to be separated? Kitten's been here for less than a month now. Coming up to a month. They are still fighting. Let's keep pulling because I'm still sitting with this Lovers card and this masculine. It's for me how he's showing up with this knife. And this is not knife crime. We don't need to freak out. This is a metaphor, okay? I don't want anyone to get lost in this. I mean, it's a gorgeous deck. Let's just embrace it. And I did pull on the parody of it, right? And the satire of it. Guys, I'm going to separate you. If you're going to be silly, can you stop? I mean, literally all three of them literally underneath me, just like having a casual chin wag and then attacking each other. In all the space that they have, literally at my feet, underneath the desk. 3 of them at the same time. The audacity. Wow. Okay. So I'm looking a little bit more at the Lovers in line with the cards I've got out here, and I've got the 4 of Swords. And in this image, there is a man nailing the coffin closed. Like a skeleton nailing the coffin closed. And it's gorgeous because it says we're closing out this perception. This misperception. The ways in which the masculine has been viewed. And then underneath the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, we have the 10 of Swords. But in this deck, it's a beautiful world. It's like a little bit of a dystopian world, right? With a utopian flair, I will say that. But it's in, like, there's still bees and there's still honeys and there's still daisies and there's still butterflies. But there's a lot of dystopia around, yeah? And it's 10 of Swords, but this gives me 10 of Pentacles in this image. This deck is really kind of cool. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got loads of skeletons in it. And it's quite well known, actually, so you could probably find it somewhere. But it's like the Mexican deck with loads of skeleton characters in it. Really nice, really vibrant. And every single 10 in this deck leads to a city. And they all have their own version of 10 of Pentacles. So even if, though this is 10 of Swords, it's still 10 of Pentacles, a material reality, but this is mind-based. But this is also a material realm and a material manifestation between 2 people. And it gives me, in my head I get Luxembourg, just out of nowhere. Hold that for whoever that's for, okay? But it's just a beautiful world that has come through really deep, intelligent thought. I spoke about the circumference, didn't I? And I spoke about having the audacity And it's because you've had the audacity to think and live and be this way and be able to see beyond the layers, be able to peel back this person's mask, be able to connect at a higher level. So many people are so surface level. Yeah? We've got someone who kind of is a hermit, stays at home, doesn't really go out, minds their business, does their own kind of thing, spends a lot of time maybe on social media, on their phone, binge watching TV. The audacity to not give a fuck and live freely because of the layering that they exude. Both could be neurodiverse, yeah? Neurodiversity seems to be quite strong here. And not only have we got the yellow and the orange, so we're looking at the solar plexus, the sacral, we're also looking at the crown chakra. Gorgeous energy, because we're looking at just being happy. Simply being happy has made this happen. Not only that, we have the Knight of Swords to clarify the lovers. A lot of swords here. We are clear about what this is, how we feel. It's two people who know what they're looking for out of life, know what they need. Yeah? The title's fantastic. I love doing these and not knowing where I'm going, but just picking up on the synergy and just rocking with it and then really deep diving with you on the channel. Because it's the first time I'm really processing all of this, and it's like, fuck it, I love you. I love the audacity of you. I love the audacity of your ability to transcend illusion with me. I love your ability to be clear-minded and intellectual beyond standard measure. And do you know what's so fucking lit? Now that sword makes sense, because remember I said this is not a violent, scary, toxic energy that you may want to get at the beginning when you see a card like this. But that's the Ace of Swords in his hand. And it's a luminescent. We're looking at a Ace of Swords, a lightsaber energy, right? We're transcending all illusion here with truth and cosmic energy. And this transcendence from dystopia to utopia, and it gives me the industrial realms of industry 4 and 5, breaking free of illusion and curse, stripping yourself of satanic, dark, demonic energies, toxic vibration, liars, thieves, a lack of love, low vibration, stepping into confidence with the cadavers, and the lion here could be dealing with a Leo energy. But more than anything, we're talking about true health and abundance, and it coming through strength and confidence. Could be someone who lacked courage, someone who didn't have a lot of courage, someone who wished they had the audacity of this feminine, yeah? Because I do see the masculine here looking at the feminine going, the audacity of. And the more that the masculine acknowledges the audacity, the more that he evolves and grows and sheds all illusion, and the more layering of him is revealed. Can you see that they're both the same? But what's gorgeous, this is what I've been trying to pin down in this reading, yeah? The audacity card clarifier as well is justice. The audacity card is the justice card in tarot for this, and the true crime junkie is the 5 of Swords, yeah? So that gives me the feminine has 0 fucks. And the audacity, the masculine, is just sitting in justice. Because the masculine seems to have already revealed and is walking, living in his truth. Look at all the layers of his skeleton. Whereas the feminine's concealed. But when we look at that again, from the Lover's card with a scream mask, he's hidden in that moment. So it shows me that both people in this scenario are somewhat hidden. There's parts of them they hide, there's parts of them that they reveal. And what the other is hiding and the other revealing is the polarity and the penultimate makeup of both of them. Before the finale, before the coming together, before the insurgents, before the I want to say stupid words. Why do I want to say trepidatious? Why do I want to say dynamic? Why do I want to say dynamite? Extra. Read all about it. Is what I don't want to say. But I do want to say that. because the feminine's giving me extra read all about it. But she's giving me that from a Five of Swords energy. I don't give a fuck, right? Fuck it, I love you, I don't fucking care. It's that energy, and it's so purified, because Five of Swords is, I haven't got time to fuck about. I don't care. And it's such an, and it's the audacity of it that makes it so liberatory, yeah? And she does it in such an effortless, graceful way, because the masculine presents with all of that, but wears it. And the burden of wearing that shows up in the lovers, because then he's concealed again. And then she presents as, I see you wearing that on the outside. Fuck it. Do you get what I mean? And the truth is there, but shrouded in illusion. This person could have a bad reputation. Both of you could have a bad reputation. Yeah? Or in different social settings. I mean, interesting. But the harmoniousness of the relationship is profound. And what I want to say as we kind of close up here, very interesting read. I was not expecting this. But we've got past, present and future in the middle, right? The first lovers is the past. So there's been this coming together in solace, in a really peaceful way. Can you see the background of this card as well, where it's all a bit orange and the fire looks far in the distance, whether that's sun setting or fire. The archangel in this has got fire in her hand. There's this deeper channeling energy coming through here, this deeper union, this deeper connection, this deeper heart-filled connection. This is deep in the heart space. This is truly profound. In the now moment, this gives me material reality. This gives me confidence. This gives me union. Whether or not you're coming together in the physical and how that's transcending is not even the question here, because the question is about that water, that empathy, that emotion, that in-depth health. This is healthy, yeah? So what we're talking about is true health here, and I think that's what's the most gorgeous about it. And then as we move to the future, what seems to be the most elusive, but yet the most interesting, let's just say it like that, because there's a lot to happen here, because I want to talk about not only the fire surrounding this, but the roses from the masculine image transcending around the masculine again here. Red roses, really significant of like true love, that true love energy. That's really deep. Whereas when we look at the feminine here, showing up really kind of naked and just bare minimum, yeah? The masculine has a lot more going on. A lot more to say, I think. A lot more to bring to the table. But it gives me the feminine speaks without speaking. And the feminine has this ability to carry so much without it having to be shown up in the way in which the masculine has to show it. Because the masculine feels like he has to wear a mask sometimes to manage this truth. I think there's a real burning away of this masculine persona. I don't want to get lost in illusion with you guys, but it's giving me getting to the end of all of these screens and finding out who the man is behind the mask. Yeah, gives me a little bit of vigilante, a little bit of Anonymous, if you know who Anonymous is. Because we've spoken about Industry 5 and dystopia in the world at large, and it gives me someone who hides quite a lot, or is hidden for whatever reason, and people that choose to live a quite separate life and private in so many ways. And I think it's because the audacity is or has always been a fear. I'm thinking deeply with you guys. I don't often think when I read, which probably I shouldn't own up to. But I always go, you don't need to think, you just need to say. And a lot of people don't agree with that statement. But I believe, my philosophy is, your brain knows the answer, just say it and do it. Yeah? Live with enough integrity and have enough confidence and know your way around speech and word to just say whatever the hell you ever want, whatever you want to say, just get it out. And you'll learn to go with the flow and you'll learn to be fluid. Don't hold back. Don't hold back from speech. Don't hold back from conversation. Don't worry what comes out. Don't worry if you sound stupid or silly. Just say it. You need to think before you speak. No, you definitely don't. You don't. You don't need your brain. Not your brain's faster than you. I work with the other side. I understand how information travels. Yeah, neurotransmitters, synapses, all of that kind of stuff. You don't need to think. I promise. To have a conversation. You don't, like, in conversation, I'm quite jumpy because I try not to cut people off in speech, but I've been in hermit mode for a long time, and I'm not in massive big social groups like I used to be, so I definitely am a little bit more choppy in conversation than I used to be, because I used to be an incredibly good listener and work really well in social groups with loads of people and really listen and give people time as a professional and doing what I do. But now, cats are going. I mean, the audacity of them today. Who is that? Can you stop? I'm in the middle of a reading. Do you mind? I need like 5-10 minutes. Is that allowed? Oh, it never ends. So, I've lost my train of thought, obviously. The audacity of it. This is an absolute reading in the energy I'm receiving, you know? I can only say that this is what life looks like and love looks like when you say, fuck it, I'm gonna be me. I'm going to do me. I'm going to live my truth. I'm going to live my way. No sugarcoating shit. I'm just going to keep it real. Yeah? So many of us, yeah, are always trapped up and wrapped up in relationships that are so surface level, and there's no way to move beyond it. It's just like blah, blah, blah. Like, and you go into it. Like, there's so many relationships I've had, and so many relationships that I haven't really tried in, or put the work or effort in, because it's not really it. It can't really go anywhere else. I know that. I see that. If you're clairvoyant and you're switched on and you're gifted, you know that this can only go so far. I know what I'm doing in my life for the next 4 years, 10 years, 6 years, 8 years, 7 years. I don't see you aligned to any of that. I evolve and you grow. There ain't much more for us beyond this paradigm that we're in now. And I know you're happy with me and you like this paradigm, but guess what? I travel across space and time. You can't travel with me. And in the past, I'm getting thrown back to a comment I made in the past, bitching, going, all I need is a man who can hold the fixed position on the Euclidine until I get back. That's what I was saying, God knows when. In what reading? I don't know why that's flying into my head, but I remember that. I remember saying, all I need is somebody who can hold a fixed position on the Euclidine and let me travel across dimensions. Let me travel across layers. I'll come back and see you. And I'll be there for you. I'll make time for you. I'll fit you into my schedule. But all I need is someone to hold a fucking fixed position. But you can't even hold down a Euclidine. And that's such a weird thing to say, and no one even gets that. And upon reflection, that doesn't make sense. hold a fixed position. That's how low I looked at the relationships that I was in, because it's like, you can't transcend dimensions with me. So the truth of the matter is, if you're situated in the 3D or the 1D, I'm traveling from the 1 to 7 quite frequently. And when I choose to come back, and then, so you're going to have to wait for me to come back to the 1D and see you again. And that's quite sad. But if that's how I view relationships, and the 1D could be areas in life, times of day, working schedules, yeah? Date night, it could be any of those things. But for me, it's conscious. And for this reading, and for this couple who are so wrapped in the layers and the intellectual, it gives me higher level alchemy, and it gives me consciousness, and it gives me someone who you can come together with. And you could be dating someone who's outright into dark stuff, or they're seen as a darker person, a darker entity. They could be like the principal of a school or something. They could be like someone who has like a gritty persona or personality or position, and it would just be kind of mayhem if the others knew. Like, or it would rock the boat, maybe. It would sway the tides, turn the tables, make things different, reveal a little bit more, because if you're with them, then what does that really say about you and you, and oh, together you're here, you know? But the truth is, you're giving this gorgeous couple here in the past energy with the Addams family, yeah? You like that. The Addams family is a great example to use in this, because you're unique. You're you guys. You're going to do you. So you're both into witchcraft, yeah? You're both into spirituality. And witchcraft is such a weird word in certain instances, because depending on where you're at, on the left or right of the spectrum, or how low you are up or down the totem pole, it can be a real problem, right? But reading tarot isn't sin or evil. Being a clairvoyant, I do everything I do in my life now because I'm a clairvoyant and I want to use my gifts. But in certain areas on the spectrum, my clairvoyance, and when it leads into witchcraft and tarot, isn't a good thing. It's shunned upon in so many communities. But on the right side, when we look at like people like James Van Prague and Brian Weiss, that have done amazing things in their career, and then you get all of these kind of other people that are actually recognised in the field as mediums and have their own shows. It's a very different, that's more of a public persona side, but they're accepted. But then there's all these other people on the spectrum that are not accepted. So it's about having the audacity to accept yourself, because it comes from self-acceptance and confidence in who you are to break any paradigm of illusion, because nobody controls this masculine and how he lives and what his truth is and what he does or doesn't like or love. Same with the feminine. And the feminine, this feminine energy here gives me a bit of a piss taker. It gives me true crime junkie, because it's like, fuck it, like whatever. So it could be someone who watches TV, binge eats, or eats a lot of junk food, or speaks a lot of crap, or smokes a lot of weed, or reads a lot of tarot. Funky, edgy, quirky, queer energy. You know? And it's kind of refreshing and what's needed for this other person in the connection, because they already wear all of that. And that's kind of worn them down for a really, really long time. So this is a synergized connection that's actually I wanted to say worthwhile, but then I wanted to say worthy. One. What it's meant to be. I feel like I'm being given narration now by someone else. Like, it's radical, it's relentless, it's rebellious, I just want to say loads of R words, I don't know why. It's righteous, I wanted to say. Like, I'm getting, it's a reminiscence of a homecoming that one has always wanted. I want to do a little Addams family speech now. But it is reminiscence of soul recognition. There we go. Slowly but surely, yeah? It's soul recognition. fuck it, I love you because I recognize you and I recognize your soul. And I've been looking for a really, 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 really long time for a soul I recognize. OMG. No. You guys are wiling out. This is brazy. You need to stop. You're done. Hey. You're wiling. This is brazy. New experiences. Absolutely brand new experiences with these cats. We're coming into a month I've never seen. They're literally circling the room, running around like nutcases. I need to get layers and layers and layers of like shelves on the wall. So they have like, I had this vision when I first moved in of what I wanted to do to this house. And unfortunately it's manifesting. Oh my God. Because I need hooks and hanging things and a hammock. They need to go bananas and they need a jungle gym around the wall and even maybe potentially on the ceiling. The way I just saw them spin out just then, all three of them in like unison, is so wild. They are wilding. But it's because they want to be a little bit more experimental with movement and space and mark their own territory. So it's really, really interesting to see them kind of ground themselves. They're really cute, bless them. And the kitten's slowly getting there, but I've never heard them hiss. And now they hiss on a daily. But that's because it's territorial and they're really trying to ground their personal spaces. And my two cats, don't know why I'm telling you this, but I feel guided, so we're going to throw it out, the audacity, right? But my two cats are really territorial. They've marked their spaces. They always go to their favourite places in the house and perch and chill there, depending on where I am. They always, wherever I sit, my two cats sit in triangulation to me. I didn't make them do it, but they do. It's just, I'm OCD. They learnt from me, I guess. I never told them where to go or what to do, but every now and then I'm at the desk or somewhere and I look and see where they are. They're always in triangulation to me. We're always in a perfect, maybe isosceles, yeah? Now we've got kitten, number 3. She's learning where she fits in that paradigm, yeah? So she's trying to move herself in and around. This is interesting for this reading as well. I always say things are connected because it's giving me where is the intersection? Where is the crossover? Where is the numerals, the letters, the percentiles, the percentages, the markings. Where is this? Because I'm getting all the markings now and all the letters around geometry, trigonometry to be precise. Wow. When I made a joke, yeah, and I said that trigonometry was invented because people were getting really, really triggered by the geometry. I made a nerd joke. That's not how I said it. It was funny when I said it at the time. I thought I was hilarious. Now it doesn't make too much sense. But trigonometry came from people in the geometry community being triggered by the triangle. And it gives me, both of you guys have been so fucking triggered. Yeah? Because everybody else is living in that fucking circle and that standard circumference, yeah? And you guys are triangulating life in and around that circle. And it's hard to meet, like, I'm just getting that onion vision in my head again. So everyone's like, ooh, there's an onion, nice, take off your skin. But nobody takes off more than the brown skin of the onion. Whereas these two lovers, they are going deep into layer after layer. And guess what? They're probably crying too, with all these cups in the card. And look, he has a cup, she has a cup, and there's 2 cups in the middle. And onions do what? Make you cry. So this is a deep, profound love that will bring up the audacity and will make you maybe a bit of a junkie or a bit of a hippie, not in a negative way, but I mean, like, there's this kind of like energy of don't overdo it, because it's giving me crime scene, and the fact that it's like crime scene junkie, like, don't get wrapped too much into the junk of it all. Now I'm getting junk in the trunk energy too. But it's like, don't get wrapped too much into the sex of it, the drugs of it, the drink of it, the money of it, the materialism, the spirituality. Don't get wrapped in the mind, body and soul of this in depth, because you still need to alchemize and synergize this whole connection, and it needs to be healthy and whole regardless, okay? I'm going to leave it there because we're 15 minutes in, and fuck knows if that made sense. We spun around the world and the cats actually were vortexing at that same damn time. Yeah? But it's really, really nice. And I want you to end on that trigonometry moment. Yeah? Because there's been a lot of triggers in your life and a lot of people that just couldn't cut the mustard, because it's always a circle. A circle and a circle makes a viscopiscus. And that was always the relationship paradigm that you was in. Two circles coming together, making a viscopiscus. And it was that middle element that was just never quite enough. Yeah. That, okay, there could be an equal exchange. Okay, you're coming together and you're creating this thing in the middle. But you guys are a whole different discipline. You're trigonometry. And there's a lot more to you. There's a lot more points. There's a lot more edginess, a lot more sharpness. And that what was coming through with that Five of Swords. That's what's coming through with the Ace of Swords in this guy's hand. And that's what's coming through with the fact that you are bare bones. You wear all of yourselves outside, but only for those that truly can see. Yeah, which lets me know that you're very spiritual and alchemical. And the fact that there is so much more to you even when you do remove the mask. And that some people could never see beyond the surface level, because everyone else here is just staring at the onion from the outside. It gives me that majority of people on the planet literally get into relationships with people and remove the first layer of the onion. The rusty skin that just falls right off. That's as far as their relationships go. And I'm so mean, I'm a hermit. That's my view more time. But it's the real relationships and true love that have the audacity to go deeper and pull back every single layer of that onion and brace the tears throughout it all. That's what it means to love. And that's what it means to say fuck it as well. Fuck it. I love you and I want to know more. I can't stand people in relationships who, I'm in love. You just met them. We're going to get married. You don't know them. If you know me and how I've been behaving lately, you would question my integrity and whether or not I'm a hypocrite to make that statement. But I say that with a long-standing awareness of clairvoyance and foresight. But you've just... Either way, I'm going to swerve that conversation and live in my reverie. But on that note, as we wrap up and close, my point is, are you trying to move beyond that surface level in a connection? And the answer for you is yes, you have been. And that's why you found this, love. Fuck it, I'm prepared to go in on this. You know? So, it's beautiful. And it's wild and it's wacky and it's crazy and out there. And so much can't be explained, guys. And there is a lot of faces that we wear and a lot of different stereotypes that we all live up to, but there is truth and liberation and honesty amongst the two, and there's a general and equal give and take. The cups are equal, they are full with love, everyone brings their own cup into this, and there's true love. Yeah, the masculine presents with so much true love. The feminine's got roses too. I didn't see it actually. The feminine's got a lot of wildflowers as well, but she does have a really stable, grounded rose there, and she's got loads of flowers on her top too, and there are a lot more roses around actually. It's just the masculine shows up with a hell of a lot of roses, a hell of a lot of true love. The masculine has, I want to say, a heart of gold, genuine true love, genuine desire to move forward and with acceptance. It gives me the masculine screaming, fuck it, I love you. And the feminine being in what seems to be quite a receptive reclining pose, yeah? Because she has the audacity to just own reality and see through illusion and just be. It should be easy. It should be easy, and I guess it is. And it's transcending illusion that makes all of this really freeing for both of you guys. So I wish you the best, and I think it's gorgeous. And feel free to share more in the comments, okay? That was a sticky one, but we made it, okay? Love and light, guys. Bye.